Hello, my mindful adventurers. Are you ready for your weekly dose of the blog post? This week is all about transmuting our pains and our stressors and traumas and things that cause us to stress out and turning it into some fuel for the future. And I know my YouTube community doesn't know this, but on Monday for the Monday Motivation, I made an announcement to the community that my dog has passed away, Orion Adonis, suddenly. I don't know how or what happened, but he passed away. So I am currently sitting in his bed recording this video because his death has literally been something that I've had to work through, something that I've had to experience and feel the emotions, and we're gonna dive into it. We're gonna talk about all of this, what I've learned from this, what I've learned from all the unfortunate things that have happened, you know. But I appreciate all of the people who did reach out and give their condolences and to just share that they're upset. Also, I appreciate the camaraderie, because this is a community. We're trying to make a community here, and a member of our community will no longer be with us. So that's just a reality that we all have to face. But this is actually one of his favorite toys, and obviously this is rare, but yeah. And there's another toy too. He ripped off the arms. He's a little horse. But anywho. So this video isn't about wallowing in the dark or about wallowing in sadness. This isn't about being upset about things that have happened. This is about taking those energies, that feeling, that emotion, and using it to catalyze your life, because this is a catalyst. Like, pain is a catalyst. Pain literally tells you, hey, something's wrong and you need to change what you're doing, right? And I'm not saying the pain of losing somebody means you have to change something, but I feel like there's a way to approach it. There's a right way to approach things and a wrong way to approach things, and we're gonna talk about it. So let's go ahead and dive into our topic for this for today. Oh, by the way, my name is Jamila. I forgot to introduce myself. And also, if at any point you decide that this is like a little too chaotic, go ahead and go to the description down below. You'll see the read more for the blog post, because this is a companion to the blog post. The blog post title is The Eternal Guard, Transmuting Deep Grief into Sovereign Power, because that's what we're doing. Like I just said, I'm grieving. Right? I'm going through this difficult time, and I mean, you can grieve other things too, not just like people who have passed. Like, you might grieve past versions of yourself, or you might grieve a situation that no longer happens anymore, right? Like, there's a lot of different levels to grief, okay? But let's go ahead and dive into the topic, right? So point A, the first point we have is honoring the guard shift. So Orion's physical presence for me, like since I got him back in 2022, I believe, it was right after a very abusive relationship where it completely destroyed me. Like, I was like, I'm a completely different person than I was in 2022. Like, if you know me, you probably don't know the difference, because I haven't really been talking to a lot of people. But definitely a major shift in my life. Orion was there for all of that. He literally watched me go from, like, basically rock bottom. Like, the second time I was at the lowest part. Like, that was the second point in my life where I was probably at one of the lowest, but also at the same time one of my highest points, because I realized my self-worth. I realized, like, I don't deserve what I went through, right? But Orion was there through all of that, and like the last 6 months of me existing until recently, like I said a couple of weeks ago, I've been in rest mode, and he's been there through all of that too. Having me, like, we go outside together and we spend time together, and like he still does things, you know, like he makes me like, well, he made me like scratch his butt and like, you know, dog things, you know, dogs like the butt scratches and the belly rubs and the rubbies and all that stuff. And he was very demanding of those things. He loves when I scratch him. He loves scratching. I got the nails, got the claws. No, I was kidding. No, I'm not kidding. No, seriously though, the animals love this. Like, almost every animal I've ever come across, I scratch them, and they're like, "What? You can do that? You're my new favorite person." He was no exception. He was no exception to the rule. Definitely because he knew he had access to me. That's all he wanted. But now that his physical existence here on this planet is now shift to the spiritual realm, like he doesn't exist in the physical anymore. Sometimes I do see him, like I'm a very spiritual person. Sometimes I do see him with me. This is the first week since his passing, so of course I'm gonna see him, right? But you know, he's on the other side. He's on the other side with all of my other pets, with all the other dogs. Like, they're now a pack on the other side, like watching and protecting and doing whatever it is that animal spirits do. We're animals, right? So doing what he's supposed to be doing, right? Whatever that may be. But his energetic legacy in my life has left like a profound sense of, I want to say like firm, like not firm, but like a profound confidence, I think, is probably the best way to mention that. But real quick, let me do not disturb. Okay. And it's also like given me like a reason to even protect my peace even more now, right? Because I realize that, well, one, I'm in an emotional fragile state, right? Because I'm grieving. And also at the same time, like, I'm realizing, like, what fucking matters, right? Like, when anyone, like, passes away, at least for me, like, I always realize, like, a lot of this shit doesn't matter. Like, I really need to, like, refocus, like, what matters. And we need to go do that thing. The second part here is refusing the survival loop, because when you're repressing your grief and you're trying to tough it out and you're trying to tell yourself it's like not that serious, because like there was a voice in my head like when he first passed away that kept saying like, why are you getting so upset about dogs? Why are you getting so upset about dog? And it's like, that was like, where is that coming from? Like, that's so fucked. He was my baby boy. Like, I had him since he was like freaking this big, you know, little tiny thing, and you know, he freaking 56 pound dog. Like, he grew, you know. He was my baby. I was watching him grow, and he was there from one of my lowest points until now, like one of my highest points, like probably the highest point in my whole life, just off of all this growth alone. And I refuse to like stay in the loop of just being like, why did this happen? Like, what's like, because it was sudden. Like, he's literally not today, well, I'm recording this day in advance, but today, the 16th, would have been his birthday. He would have been turning 4 years old. Like, he wasn't even 4, like, he was a baby. Like, he was like, it's like, fuck. Like, it really made me, that really makes me upset. And at first, when I was like, of course, you know, I'm crying because it's like, you know, I lost my son. I lost my little baby boy. And, like, I was, like, robbed of the rest of his life. Like, he didn't get to go do things. I didn't get to take him places that I wanted to take him. I didn't get to do the things that I wanted to do with him. Like, we were just getting our lives together, right? And of course, you know, he's a dog, but, you know, I'm getting my life together. And I chose to sit down with the grief, sit down with what was causing me so much pain in my heart and so much pain in my body, instead of being afraid of it. Instead of being like, oh, I don't want to feel that because it hurts and it's heavy, I was like, no, I want to feel that. I want to feel all of it. Literally, I cried I cried that day, right? I cried the next morning. I cried for 3 hours in the morning, couldn't sleep until I cried myself back to sleep. I woke up, cried some more. Like, I was crying. I was letting it out. Crying is not a bitch move. Crying is not being a pansy. Crying is not being a little girl. Like, crying is moving energy. Crying is releasing stress and emotion and grief and all kinds of things. It's moving it out of your body. So let yourself cry if you have to fucking cry, right? I feel like that's something I feel like I shouldn't have to say, but like, you gotta cry, fucking cry. But also, like, sit down with that emotion that's making you cry. Like, what is the root of it? If you can't find the root, that's fine, because maybe you won't ever find the root of it. But at least sitting down with the emotion and understanding it is gonna help you better your life. And by better your life, I mean, so you're not stuck in the loop of despair or whatever is causing you to cry or to feel such heavy emotions. I literally sat down and, like, was thinking about, like, what is really making me upset, because, like, I had already come to terms, like, he's gone. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. He's not gonna come back. There's nothing anyone can do to make him come back. Like, ain't no necromancer, right? And I was already at peace with that when I found him. So I was like, why am I still so upset? And the thing that was making me upset is, like, because he was so young. Like, there was so much potential. There was so much to experience. So much I wanted him to experience. So much I wanted to do for him, with him. And I'll never have that. I'll never be able to do that because he is gone. And realizing that really made the grieving process in a way easier, because I realized what was really truly making me upset, so I can work through it. Because grief is the grieving process it comes in stages. It has the stages, right? Like, you know, you find out the information and maybe you're in disbelief, maybe you're like, this isn't happening, you're in denial, and you move through I can't remember all the stages, but I know, like, denial is one of them, anger is one of them, acceptance is the last one. I'm trying to remember the other two, but and bargaining is one of them too. I never experienced that, because there was no reason for me to bargain. Like, I passed that one. I didn't know. But it's just, like, you know, I have to go through that. Like, I had to go through it. But sitting down with that grief and feeling how it feels in my body and actually sitting with it, even though it is very uncomfortable and not something that I want to deal with. Like, who wants to feel grief? It helped catalyze my healing process for this, because this was traumatic. It was sudden. Like I said, like, he wasn't even 4 yet. 4 years old. A dog. And even if he was, like, a bigger dog, like, it would still be like, 4 is ridiculous. Like, that's so young. So, point 3, or point C, is the transmutation. Is taking those pain points and using them as a catalyst, because, like I said, pain is a catalyst. It literally tells you to change what you're doing. And me taking this and realizing, like, I can still live all that stuff that I promised him, the better life. Like, I wanted to have him on, like, a partially raw food diet with, like, fruits and vegetables and bone broth and all that good stuff. And I don't have the funds for it. But I wanted to give that to him as something that, like, as nutrition every single day, like, something he gets to have. And I won't be able to. I still have my cats. I could do that with my cats, right? But I can still strive for that life, that lifestyle that I wanted, even if he's not here, even if they're, like, you know, I mean, he's not the main reason that I wanted this, right? But I want it better for him. And I can still want better for myself. I don't have to give up on that because he's gone. I don't have to give up on that because I feel even less like I'm in a home because my best bud is gone. And it it's so, like, I know I'm sitting in his bed, but, like, when I look over his bed, like, I always expect him to see him here, and he's not here. He's not going to be here. Sometimes I, like, you know, in my mind, the third eye, you know, my spiritual, I see him, but he's not there physically. I can't touch him. It's not tangible. But taking this time to sit in this grief and taking this time to feel these emotions, I'm realizing that I can take this and whatever anger I have, which is not much, but whatever anger I have, I can use that to, like, push for that next move, for that next chapter. So I'm going to talk about this in the blog post, but I'm literally in the middle of trying to move out, right? And I had to, like I said last week, I had to sit there and look at all my debts and stuff, and then make a game plan to move. And I am still in the process of figuring out the plan, but because I don't have Orion, there's, like, another aspect that I can now look at, because he used to get really car sick. So I'm looking at traveling more and, like, going places and doing things like that. Like, my cats don't get car sick, but Orion really got car sick, and I don't want him to be in the vehicle and get car sick when he could be at home comfy, right? I don't want that. Like, I was going to go find an apartment, and now I'm like, why don't I just live in a big ass box truck and travel the country and see things and go visit people and have fun and go camping and, you know, just live my life in a way that I didn't really think possible. I'm not saying he was holding me back, but what I'm saying is that his death opened up other doors for me to express myself and to live. And of course I still have to save up the money for all of this, right? But it's just another it's another option, another thing that I can do. So yeah, I'm fiercely protecting that. I'm fiercely protecting that because I want him to see that I continue to improve and get better, and I'm not gonna slide back to be that person that I was, the person who was so angry and upset with herself that she didn't even take the time to actually care about herself in the way that she should. But now I'm not that way, right? Like, I obviously clearly have a deep love and respect for myself, and I'm grateful for that. And he was part of the reason that I do have that. Like, he helped with helping me get out of bed when I was depressed, and, you know, because I have to take him outside to go to the bathroom, right? And I gotta feed him and stuff, right? And he was like, he was the routine that I needed when I didn't feel grounded. Like, he was like a grounding element to my life. But let's go ahead and dive into the prompt, guys, because I know this is already a longer video than I was intending to have it be. But the prompt for this week is, what is a heavy transition or loss you are currently facing, and how can you stop running from the path and instead use the exact catalyst to claim your highest timeline. Exact pain catalyst? I don't know, it's down below. I can't make out some of these words. They got rubbed off. But basically, what is something that you're going through right now that is causing you, you know, pain or is a loss to you that you can use as a catalyst to embrace your highest timeline, embrace that version of yourself that you desire to be. Like, who do you want to be at the end of your life, right? I mean, that's a reoccurring theme here on a mindful adventure. Like, who do you want to be when you get to the end of everything, right? So go ahead and put that down below in the comments so we can talk about that, because again, this is a community and I would love to talk to you guys about these things because we're in it together, right? And then I just want to like remind you guys, like, nature doesn't ask to permission to grow or to expand or to do something different or to, I mean, basically that. Nature doesn't ask permission, it just does. So you guys should do what you believe is best for your life, right? Like, don't sit there and wait for permission from somebody who's has no qualifications to give you permission in the first place, because they're not you and they will never be you. So take your life into your own hands, right? And also, if you guys want more information or more positive vibes, I know it's not the most positive, but I'm trying. If you want more positive vibes to you, for you, or in your social media, go ahead and down below in the link tree you can check out that, or you can go to the channel homepage and all of my social medias are listed there. Also on the link tree there is a support me. If you decide that you would like to support, I would appreciate that. It'll take you straight to the support page and you can pick however you want to support monetarily. But of course, as always, your comments just encourage me to keep going, because I know that I'm helping and that what I'm doing is actually making a difference, because I just want to help guide people, right? Like, I've been through so much shit in my life that I feel like I'm qualified to express some of the shit so that we can both work through it together, and like actually live the lives that we want, right? So I love you guys so very much, and I can't wait to talk to you guys again next week. And also, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye guys.